Lee, Austin, from the Hip Priests, thanks for taking the time out from Slugfest 9 to talk with UBERROCK.
Cheers, mate.
No probs. You're about to launch, Decade of Disdain, your 10th anniversary. I just wanted to start by giving you a chance to plug something. So, do you want to plug the 2 shows that are coming up?
Yeah, go
do
on
we
then.
plug things? We're beyond plugging shit. Who does that?
2 shows.
You can mention them.
London,
Mention them.
29th of July, Blackheart in Camden, 30th of July, Chameleon in Nottingham. So it took us some fucking thought then to even remember it.
Don't even remember.
Yeah, and then the album, the collection of the singles, which is kind of part of the whole 10-year anniversary thing,
Those
comes out
boys.
sometime later in the year, because we're still hanging on for artwork at the minute.
Yeah.
But it'll be like double vinyl, gatefold sleeve,
So
CD as well. CD
even
comes out
sorting out
first,
the-
and the vinyl follows it.
Even sorting out the gigs has been really hard.
Yeah.
You know, because when you've got 80 songs over 10 years, 80, 90, whatever it is, thinking, we best try and play so-and-so and try and play so-and-so, but yet you're still trying to squeeze it into 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour.
Yeah. And having a newish drummer who doesn't have that history of those older songs as well.
Yeah.
He's obviously had to learn everything fresh.
Yeah.
And in fact, although it's been pretty good with him, because we can say, we're thinking of doing these, and he'll go, that one I really like, that one's not as good, that'll work better. So kind of like a fresh set of ears on it all,
Cheeky
isn't it,
fucker.
really?
That was nice. He did actually say that about something.
It was good, yeah.
I was appalled.
He was like, no, I won't play that one, mate. It's like, brilliant.
So, for the shows, I've seen a couple of the bands that are playing with you. I've never seen Flasher, so you're there like the Dog's Bollocks, is that correct?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, fucking
really
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Been mates with Matt from London for years, and he was in the Skin Tight Jaguars,
Right, yeah.
who did some ill-fated tour once with
Backyard
the
Babies, yeah.
I saw them on that tour,
They
actually.
had to
Yeah,
bail
yeah,
halfway through because they were doing it for free and they couldn't make enough on the merch. I think the last
Right.
show was Nottingham, I think. Where
So-
I saw them and they had to bail on it because it just didn't make the money. But
Yeah, and he's been a mate, and is the other guy in the band called Krusty, we've kind of known for years, and we've wheeled them to finally get a really
Yeah.
good band together.
they've had a
And
few
managed to
attempts,
do
haven't
it.
they, that have fallen apart,
they've-
and then they finally got this going.
Fucking great,
Fucking
they're really
brilliant,
good, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And so, from a point of view of what you guys are going to be doing, are you going to be dragging any old bandmates out, or ex-band members, or?
Original plan was to have everyone that had been in the band joining us at some point in
Right.
the evening. For whatever reason, that's kind of not happening. Bar Fast Jimmy, the original guitarist.
Fast Jimmy's
He's going to get up and he was really into it and really wanted to do it again. So he's going to get up and play with it at both
It
shows.
proved a bit trickier with Gaz and with Tim.
It's been, 2 years, is it, since Black Denim Blitz?
Yeah, it will be this
2 years,
sort of
yeah.
August,
It is, isn't
September. It will be.
Yeah. But in between, you've released God knows how many singles. Why have you gone down that route?
To be honest, it wasn't a conscious thing to start with. We kind of put so much energy into Black Denim Blitz anyway,
And
didn't
then-
we?
It was like, we were convinced, and I still am, that it's one of the best like punk rock and roll albums to have been put out in fucking years. By miles.
Modest as ever, Lee.
Yeah,
Modest
to be
as
fair,
ever.
it was.
Viva La Rock quoted
truly,
it as the proto-punk album everyone's been waiting for,
everyone's-
didn't they?
I saw it in that lineage, perfectly with, Young, Loud, Snotty and everything, and a band finally doing his album as good as that, which it is. And then, because of the nature of there being no fucking scene in the UK and having no support, you put out something as fucking great as that, and then you're somewhat underwhelmed by what happens. So you kind of think,
But we did you proud.
Oh yeah,
you
of course
did.
it did, yeah.
We can always rely on you
Yeah.
boys to kiss our ass, and that's fucking. But rightly so. But you kind of put all that work into an album, and you think, and it's so exciting putting it out.
Yeah.
You just kind of think, and we always write the idea that everything's meant to be a fucking 3 minute, 4 minute, if we're going prog, like super fucking pop tune, So, I mean, to me, that album's like, a greatest hits album anyway. Every tune's absolute killer. So you just think, and it's a lot more fun putting out singles, because we love, as much as recording, love doing the artwork, the whole dressing the whole thing up. So everything's like a perfect package that people want, which is what rock and roll's about.
And they become highly collectible.
Why not do
obviously.
Why not do that 7 times a year rather than every 2 years?
Things you see
It's
with a
loads
lot of
more
bands.
fun.
I've seen it with the livers as well, in the same way they got so excited about mid-liver crisis, and you have 2 months of getting all your reviews come in and all that, and you think, fucking, it's brilliant, it's brilliant.
And you think something's going to happen.
And then by the third or fourth month, it's fucking gone, and you think, hang on, we've put our fucking, you know, same as the livers did with that record, you put your heart and souls into it, and rightly, you get all the great reviews, but then it just, because there's no fucking rock and roll scene like that Scandi rock scene anymore, it then just, because like them and us, you know, we don't have fucking agents, we don't have managers, we don't have any of that shit, we do it DIY. And so you kind of, in a way, putting out an album for 2 months is great, and then you just go, oh, that fucking disappeared again, didn't it? Whereas if you're putting out, you know, we're in that lucky situation that we get offered to do so many 7-inches that it has just been, I know it's been hard for certain people that are into us to keep up with it.
People
because it has been a bit of a bit of a barrage at times of there's like fucking 2 coming out in a month and stuff like that. But
you plan it well, guys.
The thing is, if I was into a band that I really loved that were worth loving as much as we are, I'd love it if they were putting out a single every couple of months.
Well, the fucking Helicopters did, didn't they, in their day? I remember every time I went to Nottingham, there was a new fucking Helicopters record in Selected.
That's what all the greatest bands used to do. Slade, you know, T-Rex, you know, throw in something out every couple of months. Yeah. You know, if we had the time, we'd do that and throw out an album a year as well. We could do that. We could piss it, but, you know, you don't have the time, it just doesn't work like that.
And of course you've got idiots like us in the Spasm gang who will just buy anything that you release anyway.
Exactly. I could fart in a bottle and some cunt will buy it.
Or you can wipe your cock in it like you did to mine. Motherfucking Superior 7-inch, which came with a beautiful stain.
Does it still smell?
It's disgusting.
I think that must
I thought damp had got into it, and it didn't. It's whatever juice is in it from you lot.
The best one was Daryl's copy. I actually took the denim sleeve to the gym with me one night, and so I came out of the gym and I was fucking drenched in the change rooms and dried my bollocks on my ass and everything on it. That one's for Daryl.
When we made them, and I said I'm going to piss on some, and I thought I'd just squeeze a little bit out. Then I couldn't stop.
In the middle of the fucking rehearsal room, he's pissing all over the floor.
With these sleeves in the middle.
Horrible bastard.
I'll have to take a photograph and show you my mother's motherfucking Superior 7-inch. It is literally like somebody's jizzed over the front of it.
The plan was they'd been so rotten that gradually mould start on them. And like a member of the police would grow out of the mould.
A little skin tight Tim appears.
Some bizarre fucked up experiment.
Mine's there. Yeah. You started sort of this 10 years ago, a decade ago. Why? What really caused you to want to do it in the first place?
Drunken conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I left London after playing in bands for years and I got fucking sick of it. Because it's like, how much longer can you flog that corpse of a fucking horse, really? So I decided, fuck it, I ain't doing it anymore. Especially like being in bands in London, it's even worse. So I moved to Lincoln and was somehow lured out of retirement just for a couple of gigs.
2-week retirement.
Yeah, I managed, no, fuck me. I managed about 3 months. Yeah. And then, because I wasn't getting any free drugs or booze, I thought I'd better get another band together again. And so Jimmy, it was his fault, I have to blame him for it. He said, oh, you fancy getting a band together? We'll do like maybe a couple of gigs for a laugh, and that was it. But so then I just started writing again.
Did you think it would ever last this long though?
Oh fuck no.
Fucking hell, I didn't think. I joined first year.
It was never meant to.
9-10 months in, and I didn't think it was going to last.
I love it. I love it when a plan does not fucking come together. It's gone so gloriously wrong, but accidentally right. And you know, let's be fair. There's been times over the 10 years when it's been.
There's been some happy accidents in there as well, like with Gaz leaving. At that point, we kind of, me and him were seriously thinking about, like, oh fuck, should we just knock it on the head? You know, like, Gaz was a big character in that. It's like we got, like, how the fuck do we replace him? And at that point, we'd recorded an album with Gaz on Full Tilt, and we're struggling to find a label to put it out, and the scene really was at a fucking all-time low at that point.
Till we invented the scene again.
And then, bizarrely, because I'd been in bands with Nathan anyway.
Yeah.
And he just so happened to ring me for a catch-up the day Gaz had quit. And he wasn't really doing a lot of the time. And he just said, oh, well, I'll do it. And we thought, fuck it, we'll give it a go, you know, rather than just say definitely we're going to kill it.
And I thought it was never going to work because I didn't like Nathan at all. which is quite amusing. I
It's
couldn't
true.
fucking stand him. I hated him.
And I was like, if you want someone who's going to be fucking brilliant on stage every night, he
And
was
he
like,
ain't-
he doesn't do drugs. I said, forget about that. He'll be fucking blinding every night. I've played with him. I know what he's like.
I'd met him before
And,
when we went to see the Stooges in the DKT MC3, and I wiped my arse on his handkerchief, so he hated me as well. So we had some barriers to get over.
But he was the same as like when I went to my first pre-rehearsal when I joined. It was like learn a whole set of songs and go and just fucking kill it. And he did exactly the same. Turned up, learned 13 songs and just fucking nailed it. And that kind of gave us a new lease of life straight away, didn't it?
But it does seem
And then
that
at
you
the
do that.
same,
You do that quite often. I mean, it seems that there's these junctures in your career where you brought in, like Joe now.
Career.
yeah.
Well,
Career.
yeah. Career. Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like you reach these crucial points in your history, and then you just sort of like go off and again, and it's like reborn. It's like the Joe
Yeah.
thing I said to you about London when I saw you with Black Halos. Fucking hell, you know, that was
Just another rocket up the arse that we
It
needed.
is. Yeah. You know, and
Well, the thing is, whenever that kind of thing happens, it's like it's almost like perfectly useful. Because you kind of think, well, fuck it, all right, we have to prove it again.
Yeah.
Yes, but so things go wrong, and it's just because of, I suppose it's because me and Oz really, we're just so fucking mentally
Much to
driven
our wives'
that it'll be like,
disdain.
right, okay, well what we either do is knock it on the head now, or we just kind of go, right, we
Yeah,
just have
fucking heads
to
down, go.
absolutely kill it again.
We've always
Right.
like well, when I first joined,
We make
and
our
you then had your
obsessions-
compadre, didn't you? Of right, there's another idiot here in the band who just wants to do the same as me, and we'll do it fucking full tilt. And it's always been like that, really, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Since then, and it's always been whoever's left or whatever's happening, it's me and him to sort it out and go right, okay. I mean, obviously Nathan gets a say in it as well, but it's like
I'm leaving.
a lot of the artwork and
you
stuff
know.
and all the stuff that goes on is me and him that kind of drives it. And it's like, he told me that when I joined the first, like when I joined the band, within the first week, I'm retiring, mate. I've heard this for 9 fucking years.
Well, my first question with you was going to be originally 10 years. I thought you were fucking splitting up about 8 years ago.
10's a nice round number, then, mate.
Who do you think's the most obsessive out of Turbo Negros fans and Hip Priest fans? Who do you think's got the most nerdy
Well, I'd like
collectors?
to think that Hip Priest fans are actually fans of the Hip Priest, whereas Turbo Yuggen, most of them aren't fucking Turbo Negro fans.
Right.
They're just
okay.
wankers that want to be in some stupid fucking drinking
Yeah,
game.
that's-
And that's
yeah.
not like a whitewash thing, because I've met some really fucking good friends through the Turbo Yuggen. There are some really great people in it,
just
but there's
really
also
don't
a
like
lot
the
of
comparisons,
hanger-on
but-
wankers that have probably never had a friend in their life and have joined this shit drinking
It's
club.
just some
know
wank-
me.
What they think is a
You're
shit
talking
drinking-
about me, guys.
You know what I mean? Whereas I think the Spasm Gang are, I would like to think, and I'm fucking 100% sure they are all people that are fans of the band, and you know they join it and they wear the jacket
Apart-
because they love what we do.
Apart from John,
Yeah.
who ain't a fan, but just is a nerdy record player.
We're going to start somewhere, guys. You're the only friends I have. You mentioned earlier on the compilation, and is that going to be then a complete sort of catch-all of the Hip Priest career then? Will it be everything you've ever done?
We've had a lot of people who don't buy 7-inches,
Yeah.
and especially people in Spasm Gang saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake, it's great that you put out these 7-inches, but they just get a digital download and that's it."
Yeah.
So we've had people for the last few years saying, "When are you going to do a CD compilation of it?" So we all, and then especially within the last couple of years, the amount we've put out, it's like, yeah, we need to capture this as one thing.
And 10 years,
and it's tied in with the 10-year
it's
thing.
kind of it's a vanity project more than anything.
It is in a way,
In
really.
a way.
But it's the same.
Because
The thing
we-
was, it's like
we-
that cream of the crap and the
Austin and I-
Macy's thing,
yeah.
and you know.
And
Like-
because, we consider ourselves to be in that same kind of thing, doing the cream and the crap, and we're so vain, we were like, hang on, we need a compilation as well.
Yeah, I want it
of
on.
10
I want it
years.
on fucking vinyl
Even
so I
if
can play myself, because I never dig the 7-inches
no motherfucker's
out.
going to buy it. I don't give a fuck. We deserve it. We know we deserve it, so it had to be done.
No. I was just going to say, you've just put an exclusive track on the Slugfest 9 CD?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We can't really announce what it's.
It's-
It's also
it's
coming out
not
on something else, but we
totally
can't announce
exclusive,
what it is
but
yet.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because, as a usual thing, when you release vinyl and stuff, pressing plants are fucking useless at times. So
Well, they've shut down at the moment, haven't they, for the Euros? as far as I could see, because we had 2 singles this month for people to review.
And because they're all out in Europe, we won't be able to get them in the future now anyway without paying.
If everything goes to plan, then it's an exclusive for tonight, but it will come out on 7-inch in the very, very near future.
It's a very big preview of something that's going to be very, very exclusive anyway.
Yeah.
We could say, couldn't we?
Oh, fuck it. We're doing this for the anniversary shows. We're doing a split 8-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch, 7-inch.
Look, he's getting I just seen a twitch there.
Split 8-inch single with Flash House.
Oh, cool.
That there are only going to be. We're only getting 50 pressed, and they'll be for sale at the 2 anniversary shows. So we kind of, in some ways, did it as a bit of. We wanted, everyone that says they likes us in the UK and is in the Spasm Gang. We want everyone at those fucking shows, It's to celebrate 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, don't say, oh, you're a big fan and then won't get off the sofa. So we thought, well, we'll do it for that. It'll be very exclusive, and you can only buy them on those 2 nights. There'll be like 23 copies or something. Once we've taken, band members have had a copy.
Well, no, we've got
20-something copies
each.
each.
There's 25 copies each night. And that's it, and that's the end of it.
First come, first served. One per person, so that people can't.
I'm coming to London now, then, guys. Yeah.
So that people can't buy it for someone else, and And it's a shame because we've got like one of our biggest fans, Roy, who lives in Norway, can't make it to the shows. Yeah. But unfortunately, we at some point we had to do something where we just said, this is for the people that have made the effort.
And it is, it's almost like it's a bit of a joke because of the nerdy collectors to kind of piss them off a bit. But then at the same time, it's just to,
it's great. I
it's
remember
meant to be
going to see
exclusive.
I remember going to see Mega City 4 and Hard-On's doing the same thing. You only got the record if you went to one show in London in '89 or something. If you didn't, you had to wait until it came on disco.
For a fortune.
Yeah.
So it's 8-inch, last motherfuckers left alive.
Yeah.
Cool. So Slugfest
somewhat
9.
appropriate.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah, Slugfest 9 is
tomorrow.
Exclusive.
Yeah, and tomorrow you've got a slot, kind of, is it? Sort of just before
Razorbats.
Yeah, Razorbats. Makes a bit of a change from playing at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was when you played
One
at
of the best gigs ever.
That was. Well, funny enough, I was going to come on and say, what are you hoping for from tomorrow night?
Pig masturbating while you're playing. Dave Lee
that
Travis.
photo will never be recreated. That was amazing.
Ketamine Jesus, face painting.
I think Dave Lee Travis is here already. I saw him earlier.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cool.
I've not seen Ketamine Jesus though.
I don't think we'll ever see him.
Or the
again.
young boy with black kid.
I think we imagined him. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, Slugfest. It's always fucking insane. Yeah. That's why we keep coming back. And so hopefully it'll be just as fucking insane as usual.
Yeah, cool. What I just want to finish off with, and I'm going to have to read off script for this because I'm going to stop you from second guessing what I'm going to ask you next. So I've got a couple of things just to finish off, which are sort
look away.
touching on the history. All right. So you mentioned, I think it was Slugfest 4 or 5 when you first played. Yeah. Was it 4?
Can't remember which
4,
one
I think
it was.
or was it 3?
4, 3.
Yeah, it might have been 3 actually, because that's the only one I ever missed. So I'm just going to ask him.
You missed it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Give us your records back.
What's the best gig you've ever played then? Come on.
Best gig?
Best gig, Speedfest. Speedfest last year.
Speedfest
for the main reason.
For glory.
Well, for the main reason that we've been after it for years. We played with Peter Pan and they said they would sort it. And it took us a few years to get there. And there's a lot of people who I think we kind of proved a point to by playing that gig. And we played a blinder as well.
Yeah.
And people came up to us afterwards sort of thing and said, yeah, you fucking deserve to be up there. And that was like something we fought to get on for years.
It's a proper fucking big stage with a fuck of a lot of people. And people kind of think...
And the 2 guys from Peter Pan were stood stage left and stage right. And we walked off and they went, so glad we walked through, it was fucking awesome. And it was like, we don't aspire to many things, but it was nice with a band like that.
It's nice,
who put their faith in us to book us and then just said, you fucking nailed it.
And to be on a bigger stage where you kind of should be really and fucking kill it.
Yeah.
And the other best gig was probably Slovenia,
MKNZ.
where there was all those mad kids drinking fucking their local homebrew moonshine, and it was like fucking Deliverance crossed with
Gaz,
crossed
it was
with
when Gaz
Shameless.
was in the band, and he came up. It was a tiny stage, and he went off the stage into the crowd, and then he came back, and he'd gone down because there'd been a bit of a flood in the venue.
Yeah.
So he'd fallen on his arse, and at the end of the set, he'd got his white vest on, He had red wine and Jaeger spilt all down the front, and then fucking footprints all up the
Footprints on his
back.
back.
Where he'd gone down and people had been
And some
treading
girl
all
hit the
over
deck
him.
2 songs in, didn't
Yeah,
she?
took her head off the
Went
stage.
Bang! It hit the fucking front.
Like,
And
her
I'm like,
head
stop,
hit the
stop,
stage
stop.
over the sound of my guitar. It was like, fuck. And then she just got up and launched back into
Just
the
started
pit.
dancing.
It's fucking
And yeah,
mental.
and someone swung off a overhead pipe and there was water everywhere. And
Yeah.
that was
Carnage.
fucking
Well, that's a typical
mental.
gig for you guys.
That, yeah, if they were all like that,
Yeah.
then I'd be a happy man
Well, they're under
rather
a
than,
hotel.
rather than a miserable bastard.
Anyway, in the 10 years, what's your favourite Hip Priest song? Which one do you enjoy playing the most? Hip Priest song. Which is your favourite?
Fuck me.
It's hard,
It's
isn't
so
it?
hard when they're
I
all so
know.
good. They're all my babies.
I
What
was
can I
hoping
say?
you would say that.
Yeah.
I would hope you would say that.
I mean, that's
hell.
like picking, you know, a diamond out of a fucking bed of diamonds, isn't it? Ooh, that's ow.
Honestly,
Ow.
Yeah, I'll do it then. Go on. I'll say it. What do you think?
I
It's
cannot
probably better
think
for us
what-
to say.
Yeah.
Best song we've ever written.
No, the best one to play.
Oh,
one to
either.
play.
Either.
Yeah. What's your favourite song to play?
One of the best I think we've written is, well, that he's written, is Wired.
Right. Okay.
And it's a good one to play, but probably I like the really fucking fast ones most of the time. You know?
He only likes the really fast ones
Yeah.
because he just wants to
You
be
have
in
to check
Zeke.
out Piece of Tramp tonight if you've never seen it.
Yeah,
before.
that's
honestly
one of the reasons we came down tonight.
I tell you, the best song is the one that you ain't fucking heard yet.
you
Cliche.
wanker.
It's the one that's sat somewhere.
next 7
It's the
inch.
one that's sat somewhere between my brain and my bollocks. And will probably come out in the next couple of weeks.
What track would you really love to cover? Yeah, still.
You're so physical, I haven't in the end.
Yeah, we've often said
Yeah,
about that.
said about that.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to do like treatment band by the Replacements, just because it kind of sums us up in the same way that it summed them up. Like
I'd
a
like
catalogue
these-
of fucking errors and banging your head against a wall and too much excess, and
Yeah.
you know the lyrics of that song are fucking perfect. They really are.
Yeah.
Suit us down to the ground.
And the band you'd love to share the stage with?
Helicopters with strings.
What?
Yeah,
All right.
it's got to be him. I don't care about that.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be him in the band.
Right.
Or
Go on, you might as well say.
Speaker.
I don't know. Yeah, there's too many.
Rock from a Crypt.
Stooges rocking from the crypt.
Can't be a Stooges, they're fucking dead, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I'll bring but
If you could bring
say
people back to
bring them
life, then
yeah.
it'd be the fucking MC5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care as long as we're headlining, really.
Fair point. This is the only thing we could finish with to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Hip Priest is to really bring to life Oz's one-word reviews of albums. But we're going to do it with a subtle twist.
What you mean? We've
Okay.
done all this work over 10 years, just
So
All
Oz
your
could do-
songs-
just
Songwriting
for that,
takes
all
a
this
back
fucking
seat
hard work,
to
all
me
those
being a
sleeves,
cunt on Facebook.
all that blood, sweat, and spunk for you to do some fucking one-word reviews.
Right, but it's with a
Right,
twist. 'Cause
I'm retiring again.
I want-
I'm putting it down now.
I want your opinion in one word on a band, all right? And I'm going to reel these
Don't say
bands off here. Right, Trigger Poop Shoe,
Amazing.
Helicopters,
Phenomenal.
Backyard Babies,
Shite.
Don't
Bitch
show.
Queens. That's 2 words.
Gorgeous.
Twisted Sister.
Teenage.
Sexy.
All right, Biters.
Wankers.
Dog shit.
2 words. Senseless Things.
Dream.
Okay, Wild Arts.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Dogs D'Amour.
Stinky.
Stinky. Coldplay.
Yeah, there are no words.
And there's only one band I could finish with that you can probably imagine. Hip Priests.
Gods.
And with that, guys, we'll let you get back to drinking and doing whatever the hell you want to do to enjoy Slugfest 9.
Sam.
Thank you ever so much
Cheers,
for your
John.
time, Mark.
Cheers, John.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank
Top
you,
man.
brother.
Brother Lee.
Comrade.